Hey everyone, welcome back. Thanks for stopping by. We're going to jump back into Restart. When we left off last time, Chase was really starting to question. As a matter of fact, the last sentence of the previous chapter was, "What kind of person am I?" It's a good question. So, this next chapter, chapter 2, is from a new character's perspective, a young lady named Shoshana Weber. Let's find out who she is and what she has to say about all of this. And it starts out with like it looks like a bunch of text messages between Shoshana and someone else. Let's find out who this is. Shoshana four no, Shosh 466. Hey little bro, wanna smile? JW Piano Man. Three question marks. Shosh 466. Alpha Rat took a header off his roof and almost killed himself. JW Piano Man. By almost, you mean Shosh 466. Sorry, still alive, but supposedly messed up. Just got out of the hospital yesterday. JW Piano Man. Any chance Beta and Gamma Rats fell with him? Shosh 466. Nope, solo performance. Don't get greedy. Smiling yet? JW Piano Man. Now who's being greedy? I exit messages and call Joel because I'm worried about him. I always worry about him. He's my younger brother, 14 minutes younger anyway. But if the thought of Chase Ambrose falling off his stupid roof onto his stupid head doesn't bring a smile to Joel's lips, then something is seriously wrong. Besides the usual, I mean. Hey, he answers. Even in that single syllable, I can pick up the discouraged tone in his voice. He's angry and homesick. But who can blame him? It's not like going away to boarding school was his first choice, or even his 20th. Is Melton getting any better? I ask, almost afraid to hear the answer. That's Melton Prep and Musical Conservatory in New Britain, Connecticut. What can I tell you? It's exile. I don't argue with him. How can I? Joel is a talented musician who belongs in a place like Melton, but that doesn't change the fact that he'd still be at home starting eighth grade at Hiawassee if it weren't for what happened. How are the other kids? Okay, he replies without much enthusiasm. All losers just like me. I'm probably not going to get picked on if that's what you mean. There are no pickers here, only pickees. That bugs me. You're not losers. You're there because you're winners. You have talent. There's a reason why I can't live in my own town, and it has nothing to do with playing piano. It's Alpha Rat, and you know it. If he fell off a skyscraper instead of his own roof, I'd be on my way home right now. I have to let that pass because it is the bitter truth. Chase Ambrose and his two disgusting friends hounded my poor brother out of town. The thought of it amazes me, even though I saw it happen. I still can't figure it out. Chase isn't Darth Vader or Voldemort. He doesn't have the Force or dark magical powers, and yet he, Aaron Hakeman, and Bear Bratsky made Joel's life so miserable that my parents had no choice but to find him a school in another town. That's awful. They made him feel so bad he had to move to a boarding school far away. Ugh. We tried to fight it. My dad spent so much time in the principal's office that it would have made sense for him to leave a change of clothing there. But nothing could be done about the bullying. Most of the time, there was no way to prove who was doing it. A random foot tripping Joel up in a crowded hall, a shoulder rammed into his chest that sent him sprawling. Sorry, man, didn't see you. Dog poop pushed in through the vents of his locker. Ew. His clothes mysteriously disappearing from the changing room to be replaced by a rabbit suit. When a science project wound up smashed or a painting ruined in the art room, it was always Joel's. On the night of the talent show, when the fire alarm was pulled, it was during Joel's piano performance. It started with just Chase, Aaron, and Bear. Eventually, though, it spread. The other kids, well, they couldn't help but notice that every time someone was making a fuss or protesting, stuffed into a locker or mummified with toilet paper, it was my brother. Before you knew it, Joel was the school victim and the school joke. His life was practically unbearable. Who do you blame? The principal? Dr. Fitzwallace did what he could, but most of the time there wasn't any evidence. Sure, he could make the occasional try, but there was this time, Chase, hang on, back up. I goofed that up. Sorry. There was this time Chase chucked a lacrosse stick at Joel's bike and the butt end got jammed into the spokes. Joel went flying over the handlebars and wound up with a sprained wrist, black eye, and a nasty scrape along his jaw, stretching from chin to ear. There were plenty of witnesses to see that one. Dr. Fitzwallace was all set to throw the book at Chase. A long suspension, the works. The school board overruled him. They agreed it was wrong to throw the stick, but insisted that Chase couldn't have predicted it would result in serious injury. Ha! The real reason was that Chase was the town sports hero and the son of the last town sports hero. Chase's dad had a lot of admirers on that board, and my family didn't. The only time anyone was able to pin something on those three idiots, it had less to do with my poor brother than the fact that it had less to do with my poor brother than the fact that it cost the district money. At the big open house in May, Joel was invited to play piano. He is by far the best musician around here, even if none of the other kids appreciate it. Anyway, Chase, Aaron, and Bear planted 6 cherry bombs inside the school's baby grand piano, timed for the middle of the performance. I can still hear Joel's screams when the big firecrackers went off, splintering the wood of the piano. I think that's the part of what makes him such an irresistible target for the Chases of the world. They know they can always get a reaction out of him. After that, Joel couldn't even walk down a hall without a bunch of football players making fun of how scared he was. We were all scared, but it's only Joel they remember. The irony is that the case against Chase and company had nothing to do with the attack on my brother. Nope, it was the damage to the piano that got the administration upset enough to bring in the police. The juvenile court judge sentenced Chase, Aaron, and Bear to community service at our town's senior citizen home, as if the elderly deserved that. You would think Chase would leave Joel alone after that. It would have made sense, but sense has never been an alpha rat quality. So my parents found a new place for Joel, because as long as that bully was around, my brother would never be safe. Joel is probably right that if Chase had fallen off a skyscraper instead of just a roof, he'd be able to leave Melton and come home. Sometimes I feel like I should be up on that tall building pushing Chase over the side, but that would make me no better than him. And I am better. Everybody is. Woo! She's got some strong feelings. We'll find out what else she has to say next time. Bye. Be kind to one another.